Coming up on WEAU 13 News.
We'll have the latest on the snow cleanup in the city and find out how chicken noodle soup may help your relationships. We'll have the dish on comfort food.
This is WEAU 13 News at 10.
I got a phone call just before I got to the transmitter site that said the county had called and said the tower is on the ground. I stopped and parked along the side of the road for a few minutes because it was gut-wrenching.
WEAU Chief Engineer Ron Wiedemeyer talks about his reaction to our decades-old broadcast tower crashing to the ground. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Herzog.
And I'm Sarah Stokes. In that top story tonight, the WEAU tower, which is in Fairchild in eastern Eau Claire County, fell in 3 different directions, with part of it blocking County Highway H.
Because of that, the Eau Claire County Highway Department closed Highway H about a quarter of a mile south of County Highway M in Fairchild until further notice. This is new video of the damage the tower did to the transmitter building, leaving a gaping hole in the side. Our engineers say when the tower fell, it splashed a wave of mud onto the building. Tonight, it's covered up as WEAU prepares to rebuild.
We are now broadcasting over the air on 18.3 with special thanks to WQOW for lending us the digital subchannel. Also tonight, we want to thank Charter Cable for getting us back into our usual spot on Channel 6. This is video of them working in our station to get it all rolling. However, if you're looking for high-definition programming on Charter 606, that won't be back up until sometime tomorrow. You can also now see us on Dish Network, DirecTV, and on 50.1 over the air in the La Crosse area.
Our tower has been around since 1966, and many of you are posting fond memories to our Facebook page. Those like Steve, who writes, "Wow, I almost feel like an old friend died. I deer hunt right near the tower. It guided me out of the woods on more than one occasion." All new at 10, how our tower literally served as a beacon of light for many in the area. Chris Baylor went to Fairchild today and has their stories.
It was always my night light, so I could see my way to get out of the house in the morning because I go to work at 4 or 5 in the morning.
I mean, every night, no matter where you were coming from or what you were doing, the lights would be there.
The collapse of our tower was the only story in downtown Fairchild today. People living here say this 2,000-foot tower was a big deal for the tiny town. They say it brought them a little pride and notoriety. The towering steel also took WEAU to new heights when it hit the horizon.
We had a great pride in it because it could deliver such a big audience. Because our signal goes, we've heard people that pick us up in Bayview. That's quite a haul.
Ron Visti is one of our engineers and the longest running WEAU employee. He started here the year the tower was built.
This was a big promotion piece. We were the tall tower in the area, and known as the Big Cheese. And it, even to this day, was quite an engineering feat. 2,000-foot towers, there aren't many of those.
All that's left of our 2,000-foot tower are pieces like this and the pile sitting here behind me. People in downtown Fairchild say that losing the tower is like losing a little piece of the city's history.
When I learned to hunt, my dad always told me, if you get lost in the woods, you can always look for the tower, and if you head towards the tower, you're right by the road.
It's actually really strange. I grew up not too far from here, and we used to at night watch the lights on the tower, all night. It was, it's really kind of surreal, to think it was so big and now it's gone.
In Fairchild, Chris Baylor, WEAU 13 News.
WEAU 13 News General Manager Terry McHugh says building our new tower could take 6 months up to a year.